dreaded internet world, right? Whether that's a social media post, whether that's a Yelp review or Google review. There are so many places these days where people can park their negativity. And we have to understand that as we're going through our appointments. Because the one thing, and the gentleman from what was the company that was here?
Mid-Michigan.
Mid-Michigan said is that we've got a ton of positive reviews. They want to connect with our company because we bring that kind of cloud. But we can really ruin it if we don't remain cognizant of the customer. Okay, and we've talked about building rapport, and I've shared with you certain things, but I also shared with you about going into battle. But there's a way to battle without getting it to the point where you create animosity, negativity with your customer, because that's never good. Once they're in I'm going to share it. Once a group or a person's in a negative space, it's hard to get them back. It's hard to get them to listen to you, even if you got something great and positive and exciting to share. I'm living the dream right now. Okay? So, Joe alluded to it earlier. It stole kind of some of my thunder. We're going to have a meeting about that later. You can't always control the circumstances. However, you can always control your attitude, approach, and response. Okay? It's that choice Joe talked about earlier. Okay? When you become out of control and you're reactionary, if you are just going on that, by the way, customers are jerks. I mean, really, they can invite us in our home just to treat us like crap sometimes. It makes no freaking sense whatsoever, right? And you're processing this. It's your 1 lead of the day. I don't know where my other 3 are. Oh, I had 3, but now it's down to 1. Who the heck knows, right? And now you're sitting in front of this person. They're the expert. You don't know stuff. It's that cursing thing. Doing better. You don't know anything. I'm the expert. I'm telling you how this is going to go. I'm telling you I don't want to hear your spiel. You're here as the peasant to do my bidding, right? How are you supposed to address that, right? Well, the best way to address that is by managing what you can manage, which is you. I had a customer once, car deal, came on the lot. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to see you. Don't talk to me. I'm not here to buy a car today. And by the way, God's honest truth, I swear on a stack of Bibles. It's a Chevy that he bought from me because I started 20 feet away. Okay, sir, I'm not here. Right? He was with his wife. So I just it's my up. There's 30 other guys. Lou Grubb Chevrolet doesn't exist anymore. Where all the old people live, 91st Avenue in Glendale, I guess, Sun City. So I started, I'm doing my thing, but I didn't let him piss me off. It's my one freaking up today, and he's an ass, and it's going to take me 3 more hours to see another customer. Mother trucker, if you listen to popular music. No, now it's a different strategy. How do I gotta get through? How do I gotta figure it out, right? And you guys deal with this all the time. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but on that one day when you're not on your A game, we can't afford to go down the dark side path, right? Which is to create an animosity type relationship with the customer. So to choose your attitude. Choosing your attitude is not always nobody's saying everybody got to be happy all the time. But what you do need to understand is your attitude affects other people. My attitude affects other people. But be honest again. After the hour, I'm not really excited to be up here at the moment. I swear to you, I sat back there and I groaned when Joe said, Mike's going to do. right? It's like, but here I am. And I mean what I'm telling you, okay? So we all got to do it all day, whether it's with our family or friends. And I know it's a struggle. I know that it sucks. But your attitude has such an effect on the people that you're going to sit with. My attitude right now has such an effect. If I was up here going blah, 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 like I don't feel great. You guys are already, in a spot, and I got to come up here and blah, blah. Man, that's daunting. But my attitude affects your perception of me. And I am choosing to be the professional, the what you need me to be in this circumstance, right? Your attitude is always your choice. That goes back again to what Joe said. Like I said, he stole my thunder. It's a choice, guys. You can choose. If you learn how to do this, if you've already learned how to do this, if you're a master at this, your life will be completely different. Steve, do you honk horns when people cut you off on the highway?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Does it keep you less frustrated, less anxiety? Now he just punches who's ever sitting next to him. Problem solved. But in all seriousness, all of the leaders here are going through this process and talking about this regularly. If we see somebody that's not on their A game, we choose your attitude is part of the conversation here. Okay? Because we have effect as leaders on all the people that report to us. And it's a choice. Anybody have an example like my example of where you walked into a house and you could have sworn it was going to be the worst ever and it turned out to be good for you? Happens to all of us. So why look at a lead before you even go to judge it and crap yourself out? How many times have you done that? And it's turned out in your favor. I looked at it on Zillow. It's a piece of junk. Sold it. Anybody have an opinion? Anything you want to share on any of this so far? I should just keep going so we can get out of here. I see a lot of head nodding. All right, so here's the deal. We are in a position where we have to be assertive. We have to be confident. We have to be the expert in the room. But how do you do that without becoming pushy and rude? Okay? Here's some concepts. The one concept that's not on the screen that I'd like to share with you is more of this one. Be aware of the temperature in the room. What that means is know who you're talking to. Okay? Model yourself after them to some extent. That doesn't mean if they're a jerk, you're a jerk. Okay, but you got to suck down your own ego. You got to suck down your own angst, your own passion to say, who is this mother trucker trying to get over on me right now? I'm the boss. They're not. And we get into this whole thing, and it, even though it doesn't affect you, you don't come right out and say it, they feel it. It's a tension. It's palpable sometimes. Okay? Choose your words carefully. Again, know your customer, what you can say and not say. Okay? Do a lot more listening. Okay? It takes time. Whenever I have an upset employee in my office, okay, I try to listen. I'm not a great listener, I'll tell you straight away. I think I've said it before. But I try, and I understand that listening to somebody is way more valuable than anything I'm going to say out of my mouth. Don't take things personally. This is the worst. It's all personal. We're all like scabs being picked at all the time. Everything's become... This is where Dave does a great... It's his business. If you take the whole personal thing, he's trying to get it over, pushy, disrespectful, whatever. It's just business. That guy telling me, don't ever let me see you, talk to you. He bought a Chevy Venture van, and I can't tell you what year. He paid full sticker. I made $3,000 on that vehicle. That's why I remember it. Be humble. Be helpful, right? We talked about helpful last week. Come in a sense of, I'm here to help. Okay? A guy, blah, 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 blah. They're used to, why are they doing that? They're used to a sales guy. They don't want to hear the spiel. What a de-escalating sentence. I'm just here to help. Right? Then if you're that guy, you got to be a super douche acceptable? I don't know. I'm going to use it. You got to be a super douche to not throttle your stuff back. If you just go, I'm just here to help. You called me, and I'm just here to help. Man, if somebody wants to still give you the what's what after that, I have no idea. That's a unique level of crazy. Be confident, not cocky, right? Because what we get is they're experts, and then you're the expert, and then they're going to re-expert you, and it's going to get into this awkward thing, right? So be confident. Don't get into that whole match. Again, we talk about be aware. Handle negativity with kindness and respect. What else? Listen, you've all been angry before. What happens when the person you're angry with goes and is like not matching your intensity of your anger? You start to second guess your tactic, right? You're like, geez, is it? Wow, I'm a jerk. All of a sudden, the first thing it says, I must be being a jerk right now, because that person is being kind. That person isn't escalating with me. So now I'm the bad guy, and I don't like very few people like being the bad guy. Again, avoid feelings of superiority. Yeah, you're the expert, absolutely. Let them think they're the expert. Let them think they know everything, right? And then flip the script on them after you've built rapport, after you've built a relationship. And then be accountable if there's any mistakes made, because they're looking for you to make a mistake here and there. They're like micromanaging. Okay, sorry, just a mistake. All right, let's talk about something that's really kind of serious. I apologize for the blurry slide. I'll walk it down for you. Oversharing is revealing inappropriate details about your life, yourself, your relationships, especially to people you don't know well. I don't know y'all well, but I've shared a bunch of things. But you certainly don't know your customers well. Okay? Oversharing seems like it's a way to build rapport. Okay? If you want to overshare about your kids being in school and positive things in your life and how great the carpet guys are, I think go for it. Have a great time. Overshare till you're blue in the face. But there are things about our lives that are inappropriate to share. Why do people overshare? Go ahead. Okay, no worries, sorry.
Something like that bad case of crabs that you had.
Yeah, even if the person's talking, even if the person you're speaking to, I was going to overshare just now, but I'm not going to. Even if the person you're speaking to you opens the door to that, it seems like they're interested in discussing your life and your uniqueness and whatever else you do with your free time and your hobbies and whatever. Don't fall for the bait. Psychology today says it's often an attempt to fast track a relationship. Well, heck, that's what we're trying to do, right? We got 2 hours and we need a relationship right now. You are my best friend right now. But I can't believe you didn't video him sleeping, literally sleeping on the carpet.
It's nice and soft.
I'll just stand here and yell the whole time.
I'll take 12 more of these.
You are great. You're hoping to let people in, establish yourself in an open, honest person, and create a bond. Not the way to do it professionally. If you want to do that at the bar, if you want to do that, swiping the left, you do whatever, right? Whichever direction we swipe, then go for it. But it's not appropriate here. And what you think is appropriate to build a relationship and overshare can come back to bite us. It can be a problem. Even though you leave the house and everything seems great. Oh, I just had a great appointment. He or she bought. We're so vibing. It's outstanding. Okay. This slide is a duplicate, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it again. best practices. Remaining calm is a really good one, guys. Because it's not about you. The appointment's not about you. It is, but you're the person to help the customer. You need to make sure that that customer feels the entire time that it's all about them. At the end of a sit, when they don't buy, a lot of times it's easy for us to take on a posture that it's all about me. Like the failure of it, I'm quick to leave. I was really lovely when I came in and we had a rapport. Now it's done. You don't want my goods or services. I'm going to hightail out of there. I don't want to be there anymore. It starts to feel a lot more about you than it is about them. And that's when they get frustrated. That's when they get upset in this process, when it's no longer about them. You guys are the professionals in that interaction. As a professional, you're expected to hold yourself at a higher regard. Okay? Professional is not a label you give yourself. Remember, I just said it's not about you. Okay? You want that description to be put on you from the people that you sit with. That guy was a real professional. They handled their business professionally. They handled rejection professionally. So, just when you're out there today, next week, whenever, if you start to feel that one of these sits is going south, first thing, think about what your attitude is. Check yourself. Okay? Then, always act professional. Don't try to overcome and build relationships by oversharing. Okay? If you do these things, and these are the most difficult customers to deal with. We're not talking about the easy ones, right? This is going to come up 1 out of every 10, 8 customers you sit with, maybe more, maybe less. So if you keep those things in mind, I think you'll be in a better spot. Last of all, always consider our reputation has a lot to do with the appointments that we're able to set. Okay? Anything that's going to hurt the reputation of the carpet guys is in nobody's best interest at all. So always have that sitting on your shoulder. Leave them with a smile, be kind, be respectful. It's not about you, it's about them. You were there to help. Maybe you helped and it didn't end up as a sale. Okay? Call. We talked about calling in for the takeover. And what did Joe say? Thank you for the opportunity to let us in your home and spend time with Blake today. Right? It's not like, why the heck didn't you buy from Blake? He's really great and you should have bought exactly what she said for the price. We're not doing that. So, anyway, thank you for the time today, guys. I tried to keep it as brief as possible.
Thank you, Michael.
Appreciate it.